In a peaceful town nestled between the mountains and the sea, lived a family of heroic cats. The father, Maxim, was a legendary fighter, known throughout the land for his strength and bravery. For years, Maxim had protected the town from danger, and he was admired by all, especially his young daughter, Lucy, who dreamed of becoming a warrior like her father. But one stormy night, the peace was shattered. A gang of ruthless rats, led by the villainous rat lord Moss, descended upon the town. Moss had come to challenge Maxim, seeking to claim the town for himself. If he could defeat Maxim, the town would fall under his control. The fight between Maxim and Moss was fierce. Maxim fought with all his might, his powerful claws striking at the rat lord. But Moss was cunning, using a cloud of poisonous powder to blind Maxim. In that moment of weakness, Moss landed a crushing blow. Maxim fell, gravely wounded. From the shadows, young Lucy watched in horror as her father lay defeated. Tears filled her eyes, but in her heart, a fire was lit. She swore she would grow strong and avenge her father. 3 years passed since Maxim's fall. The town had changed, now under the harsh rule of Moss and his rat gang. But Lucy had changed too. She had spent every day training, sharpening her skills, growing stronger with each passing moment. No longer a kitten, Lucy had transformed into a fierce fighter, a warrior ready to reclaim her family's honor. The time had come. Lucy challenged Moss to a rematch, determined to finish what her father had started. In the heart of the town, where her father had once fallen, Lucy and Moss faced off. But this time, Lucy was ready for his tricks. The fight was intense. Claws flashed and the crowd held its breath. But with her agility and strength, Lucy managed to outsmart Moss, delivering a final, powerful blow that sent the rat lord crashing to the ground. The town erupted in cheers as Lucy stood victorious, her father's legacy restored. But even as she celebrated, a darker threat was looming on the horizon, one that would change everything. Just when peace seemed within reach, a new terror emerged. A mysterious virus began to spread across the town, turning animals into mindless zombies. Panic gripped the streets as the infection swept through, transforming friends and neighbors into the undead. Even Maxim, Lucy's father, who had been recovering from his injuries, was not spared. He too became infected, turning into a zombie. But despite the virus taking over his body, Maxim's love for his daughter remained. His mind was clouded, his actions erratic, but whenever he saw Lucy, something in him stirred. He couldn't speak, but he would always stand between her and the danger, protecting her even as a zombie. Lucy was heartbroken. The father she had admired, the hero of her life, was now one of the undead. But she refused to give up. She joined forces with the remaining uninfected animals, forming a resistance to fight back against the zombie hordes and search for a cure. The streets were a war zone, filled with undead creatures hunting for their next victim. Lucy led the charge, battling through the swarms of zombies, but she knew the hardest fight was yet to come. She would have to face her father. The resistance had found a lead. In a hidden laboratory on the outskirts of the town, a scientist had developed a potential cure for the virus. Lucy knew this was her only chance to save her father and the town. She and her team stormed the lab, but it was heavily guarded by zombie animals, and leading them was none other than Maxim, her father, now the commander of the zombie horde. Lucy's heart raced. She had trained her whole life to be strong, but this was a battle she never wanted to fight. As she approached Maxim, their eyes met. There was no recognition in his clouded gaze, only the instincts of a hunter. The battle was fierce. Maxim, now stronger than ever as a zombie, fought with relentless power. But Lucy was faster, more agile. In the heat of the fight, as she prepared to deliver the final strike, something in Maxim changed. For a brief moment, he recognized her. With tears in her eyes, Lucy injected him with the experimental cure. The serum began to take effect, and slowly, the infection receded. Maxim collapsed, but his mind and body were beginning to heal. But the fight wasn't over. The rest of the zombie horde was closing in. In a final act of heroism, Maxim, still recovering, drove a large truck into the heart of the zombie swarm, sending them plunging into the sea. The town was saved, but Maxime was gone, lost to the depths of the ocean. 10 years passed. The town had rebuilt, and Lucy had become its leader, protecting the peace that her father had fought so hard to restore. But every day, she looked out to the sea, hoping that one day, her father would return. And then, one fateful day, he did. Rising from the waters, aged but alive, Maxime returned to the shore. The experimental cure had kept him alive beneath the waves. Father and daughter reunited, their bond stronger than ever. Together they stood as symbols of courage and sacrifice, ready to protect their town from whatever dangers lay ahead.